everybody. So this is a little bit of technique information. From what I've seen from videos, pipe bands and grade 1 bands, they're always very, very sharp. So each move they do, it's sharp. Boom, 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 boom. Especially with these ones, like the arounds, they're very, very, very sharp. Even when they're playing rhythm, they're like ba, 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 and they bring their arms up. With rhythm, you don't want to just go 1, 2. You actually want to push the sound out. So swipe the drum. Same with bass. You don't want to be drumming like this, straight across and just boom, boom, because you're not going to hear the sound reflect. So you want to be like down, up, down, like a C shape. So you're swiping down and out, up and out. Same with tenor. You don't want to hit dead straight on, and you never want to hit both your sticks at once, because if you do, it's going to sound really bad. You can try it and see what I mean. One drum at a time, or one stick at a time, because if you hit with the second, it's literally going to just dampen the sound, and it's going to go instead of boom. You want a nice clear tone. Always hit in the center of the drum. Never hit on the sides, because the sides are higher toned than the actual middle. The middle is actually where the sound all comes in. If you use like a dialer, it's the best, because you can actually see that the tension is completely on point on both top and bottom heads. So I've never hit on the sides, always hit the center. I know some people with the longer arms, it's harder when they come down from doing like this and they bring their sticks down, or they go over, up to hit in the center, but just try to make that happen. So I'm going to try to bend this down a bit so you guys can see me drumming on my bed. So yeah, always want to make sure that you're going with your arms. When you play rhythm, da, da, da. Always swipe out, never just straight on. Swipe out. You'll see some people when they play, they go like this or out. Always bring it out, over, up. Be nice and sharp. Because if you're like, kind of see the difference. Looks like you don't want to be there. Nice and sharp. Always mean the movements you want to do. If you mess up, don't make a face, because as soon as you make a mistake, you make a face, everyone will know. Just go back into it. So if you make a mistake, jump back into where you left off and do what you gotta do. I know I'm really bad at making mistakes, and like if I make a mistake, I make a face. I'm like, but we don't know that we're making that face until we see it on video, right? So just try. Do your best. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. It's life. I'm still to this point when I drum, my sticks get caught all the time, or my string will come undone from here, and then I'm like just playing with the string on my pinky, which gets scary, because control wise, it's not very good. With your sticks for control, some people do it this way, where they just bring the string around the last finger. Some hook it, that's up to you. But never do you want your string to be like out here compared to your finger. That's gonna make your control really bad. Always want to have it so that it's right snug up against your finger, not too tight, but just hanging over the edge of your index finger. So when you put your sticks together, it should look like that. If they're too tight, they're gonna look like this. If they're too loose, they're gonna be like way down here. So you always want to have them kind of like that. And that's the best for your fingers. Start off slow if you're still learning. Don't rush your movements. Just take them nice and slow. I still do very controlled and slow motions and movements in competition. There are certain points we'll do them faster, but most of my movements are still nice and slow. You'll see some people, they're like, they're all over the place. That's their technique, that's cool. But starting off, just take it slow. Unless your band tells you have to go otherwise. Another thing is tone. So make sure you're not hitting the drum super, super hard. You want to hit it nicely, because the harder you hit it, the more it's going to be out of tone. So you're going to hit it, it's going to either be too sharp, and then you don't want that. So you want to hit it nicely. Always tune your drum to your hit. Don't let somebody else use their stick and go like this to your drum, because that's how they hit. You want to tune it to the way you would hit the drum, so you can kind of gauge what, if you have to do it sharper, if you have to do it flatter, to compensate for your hitting technique. Try not to drop your drums. That actually makes me cringe when people just kind of let their drum fall and just don't take very good care of them. With your sticks, if they're starting to get worn out, like these are my practice ones, so they're kind of getting worn out, look at getting a new pair. Some bands get new pairs every time they compete. I wish I had that kind of funds, but I don't. I actually have about 5 pairs of drumsticks right now. I have like a blue stick, or blue kind, that I actually just won from a competition. But I think these are an 8-inch. I think 9 inches are too long for me because I'm short. And I already have troubles being very close to my face when I spin. But each stick is better. I prefer Platinums, Tyler Fry's. I haven't tried the new Beat ones, but from what I see, a lot of bands are. So if you want to try them, go ahead, but I haven't tried them yet. If you have any other questions or anything that you guys want to ask about, go ahead. I usually on competition day bring an extra tenor head just in case, and extra sticks, and extra pieces for my drum, because you never know. I know I had an issue when I was in Virginia for a tattoo where my lug kind of did like a, I can't explain, it was like a lug and then it had like a V pin to go into my harness. That actually went from here to down to up. It bent, so we had to actually use pliers to bend it back and hope that it didn't break. That was fun. So always bring extra parts just in case. You never know what can happen. Weather, never, when you take your drum home, don't put it in a really cold room or a really hot room. You want to put it in a very neutral room, because and if you're not going to use your drum for a long time, loosen all the heads so that your drum head doesn't expand or pull, and then that can actually mess up the range of your drum. So always, I'm doing this in layman's terms and then like very basic talk, but always loosen all your drum heads. Even if you're traveling, loosen all your drum heads, because you never know the change in temperature, because when they take them out of the plane and all that, or the car, so you never want to take that chance. There is ways that if your drum is too tight and you need to loosen the head, there is ways to do that. I'd be very careful doing it. You can put your palms on the center of it and push down, which stretches the head out, but I wouldn't do that unless you know what you're doing. Yeah, so loosen the heads when you're traveling or when you're not using it for a very long time, so because it's when it sits there, it's just pulling on the drum head and you're not doing anything with it. Never, try not to put anything in the drum cases that don't belong. So books, binders, stuff like that. I put my sticks in there because they're kind of soft, but I was always taught when I was a cadet, never put things into the case that is not drum related. Yeah, so make sure they're loosened. Keep your drum clean. Keep it well maintained. If you keep it well maintained, then the sound's going to be amazing forever. I really like the Hosbilts, to be honest. They are amazing. They're really light, they're comfortable to use, to play with. Only thing they get used to is that little rim on the top, because if you're used to playing with a drum without a rim, like I am with my Pearl, it's literally this high of a rim. It's a metal rim, and I never have to worry when I'm doing this to hit it. But when I started playing with Hosbilts, I forgot that rim was so high that every time I bring it over, I would just go straight across and end up hitting the rim instead of going over the rim. If you guys have any questions or concerns, or let me know what your favorite drum is, what your favorite drumsticks are and why, that'd be awesome, because then I can always see into trying other drumsticks as well. So if you have favorite drumsticks, let me know and why you like them, why you like them, what brand, who made them. Let me know from that, and then let me know what else you want me to talk about. Thanks, bye.